Braves Country. I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, Strike two! Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner. Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show Braves Country today just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
What's up, Braves Country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Mac Magee, 2000. Lineup for Braves Country by DM Magee. 2024. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee, 2024. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Join the Country Club today. The first month is free. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. You'll also get instant access to our video drops. Members-only chat, wallpapers, and more is on the way. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today.
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country. Welcome in. Before we get going, I want to play you the clip from Schwellenbach last night. He was interviewed after the game after making his rookie debut. And then we'll talk about all the stuff that went on today. A lot of stuff to get to, a lot of stuff to unpack, to cover some ground today, because a lot of stuff going on with the Braves and the roster moves. We'll be back after we play this short little clip.
I thought I threw okay. Obviously really hard on myself, but just a couple pitches, they got away from me. But yeah, thought I threw okay.
When you kind of ran out on the field there for the top of the first, what did you feel in that moment? How did you control the emotions?
Just looked up into the stands, tried to take everything in. And I just thought, oh, this is a really cool experience.
It didn't seem like you were intimidated, third deck and all that. Well, how'd you feel? Were you nervous at all?
I was nervous in the bullpen, but once I got on the field, it was, I was fine.
What did it mean to you?
We saw that all of your family was able to be here, had the chance to catch up with them tonight. How special was it to have them in attendance?
Oh, really special. They came and saw me at the hotel before the game. And my fiance's parents and brother were here as well. It just means a lot that they'd come out for me.
Shelby said that her dad used to coach you.
Yeah.
Being with her and having her support, what's that meant to you?
Oh, it's been awesome. Her dad coached me when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, helped me out through Little League, and Shelby's been my rock for the last however many months, moving around. The wives, fiancés, girlfriends sometimes get overlooked, but, they're always there for us and, make everything smooth. So
It looked like on the home run ball, that would look like one of the few pitches that you kind of left over the middle. Was that just miss a little bit?
Yeah, it was supposed to be outside heater and just left it right down the middle for him.
Were you feeling anything after hitting him in the ear flat? Were you kind of rattled for a little bit, or because you got the strikeout right after that, then give him a home run?
Yeah, it was scary for sure. Obviously, very happy that he stayed in the game and that nothing was wrong with him. But they came out and talked to me, just kind of got me settled down, and it helped for sure. And I was able to get back out there and keep going.
When you look at the kind of the first couple months of the season before the call-up, what's your main takeaway about your journey to get to this point?
I feel like in the minor leagues, I just, did, control what I could control, and just worried about when my name was called, getting the job done. And ultimately that kind of led me here, not looking too far ahead, just day by day.
Okay, so there you have that. You're looking at the lineup. We're going to go ahead and turn the camera on as that was Schwellenbach after give me 1 second. I'm having some kind of a all right, sorry. YouTube's doing some screwy things again. The Braves, let me change the camera angle. The Braves come into tonight, and this is going to be a tough. I just thought it was a cool thing to hear his reaction after the game. I didn't think Schwellenbach played that poorly. I thought it was great. Look, the first 4 innings was really good. Maybe they left him out there. Look, maybe they shouldn't have let him go through the lineup a third time. You typically don't do that with the rookie on their first start, but they rolled the dice, and they fought the law, and the law won in Lane Thomas slamming that home run over the fence, and that was the difference in the game. That was the third time he had seen him. And, as good as his stuff was, it's going to take him a bit to learn how to adjust to Major League Baseball hitters. And the fact that when they see you second and third time through the lineup, you're going to have a different game plan and a different way of going about things. Speaking of that, tonight we've got Ray Kerr, who's not a starting pitcher. Why in the world they've got him in the starting rotation? Well, up until late last night, it was supposed to be Ronaldo Lopez. But Ronaldo Lopez is going to pitch tomorrow, and the reason being is Ronaldo Lopez has not pitched on 4 days rest, which is regular rest. He has not pitched on 4 days rest yet this season. Closest thing he's came to is 5. Typically, he's been getting somewhere between 5 and 6 days in between starts. He even had one where he was 7 days in between starts. So with all that being said, the Braves are going to be looking at this as it's basically a bullpen game. And I know we hate that term, but it's basically a bullpen game. And it's a bullpen game, not because they don't think they have a fifth starter. It's a bullpen game because they're trying to give extra rest because they're trying to get to the finish line. I hate it. I know you hate it. It sucks. It sucks to deal with the bullpen game, especially with the guy who only has 2 pitches. I don't mind somewhat of a bullpen game if it's Darius Vines out there on the bump. I don't mind somewhat of a bullpen game if Bryce Elder is going to be given another start. But Ray Kerr has two pitches. Now, tonight, we're a little fortunate. They didn't load it up with the right-handed lineup that he dealt with the last time out. Last time out, it was 8 right-handed batters, and they just thwacked him. I still think he's going to get some runs. I think the Braves are going to have to score runs if we're going to win tonight. The offense has got to step up. At some point, the offense has to say, hey, we got this. Calm it down. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you a lead. The bullpen will do the rest, and let's go. Even with that being said, let's say the Braves go out and score 5 or 6 runs in the first or second inning. That just means that they're going to keep Ray Kerr in there a little bit longer because they're trying to squeeze as much out as they can out of him. So the only thing we can hope is somehow he can fool guys 2 to 3 times through a lineup with just 2 main pitches. He has a curveball and he has a 4-seam fastball. 4-seam fastball could get up to about 97 miles an hour when he's really letting it go. His curveball it's a little bit of a snapping curveball. It's not like the slow bender, but there's still about a 15 mile an hour difference between the two. He throws the fastball 53% of the time. He throws the curveball 41% of the time. So if you do the math there, you get 6% left, and that's when he throws the splitter. And the splitter is a flat splitter. It's not the most devastating pitch, but if you're sitting on one of the other 2 pitches, it can be effective. So I'm hoping he pushes through just a little bit, pushes through this whole thing, and hopefully he will find a way to get us. I'd be happy with 3 to 4 innings. If he could get us 3 to 4 innings of somewhere around 3-run ball. I'm not expecting a quality start, meaning 6 innings, 3 earned. I'm hoping for half of that. Give me 3 or 4 innings with 3 earned, and then the bullpen's got to come in and do the rest. The other news on the day was that Jimmy Herget was recalled after just being sent down, and he was allowed to do that because AJ Minter went on the 15-day IL. His hip has been bothering him. They tried to give him a couple of days rest. He went back out there and pitched, and it's still sore. So what they're going to do is just shut him down for about 10 days or so, give him a bullpen. They believe he'll be ready at the 15 days. This is not going to be an extended deal, but we won't know that for sure for probably about a week or so, but we're hoping it's a very short stay on the IL. The other thing, now this is exciting news to me. This is extremely exciting news. And David Fletcher, if you remember David Fletcher, he's a reliever. I mean, an infielder. And David Fletcher is out there trying to pitch. All right, well, we saw how that went with Charlie Culberson. Yeah, yawn, 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 who gives a crap. Listen to this if you didn't catch us on David Fletcher. This is awesome. David Fletcher, the infielder by trade, he's in his early to mid-30s at this point. He is not at any stretch of the imagination some guy who came up as a pitcher and decided, no, he is an infielder. He went out and pitched. He's been playing with the knuckleball, and he's done a couple of relief roles, and I've seen the news on it, but I really thought not being able to see these games every night because they come on the same time as Atlanta's games, and unfortunately they don't set it up where you can watch the replays in the minor league games, which is ridiculous. But anyways, David Fletcher went out last night. Let me give you the numbers for AAA Gwinnett. So he's going up against batters who, nowadays the hot shots are in AA, but the established veterans that can help you win tomorrow or play tomorrow, fill out a roster tomorrow, they're all in AAA. He goes out yesterday, starts for the first time, and throws 5 innings of 3-hit ball, give up just 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. One of the guys he struck out was Jackson Holliday, the number 1 prospect in baseball. So I would love to see this. Bring him into our bullpen, make him the long man, give him a start from time to time, like what we're doing with Kerr. And when you're not using him on those days, he is a perfect guy to have on the end of your bench and can pinch run, et cetera, et cetera. I don't even care if he's that good. He would be an extra pitcher. Bring his ass up. Let's go. Let's quit screwing around. I think they would do it. I think they would have already done it, but they don't know what to do with Chadwick Tromp. Because if they send Chadwick Tromp down, he's got to go on waivers. He goes on waivers, he's probably going to get picked up. So we got a mess right there. I mean, I feel like Chadwick Tromp needs to go on the ghost IL. Someone needs to drop a cooler on his foot or something, but, you do you. But yeah, so that's pretty fun stuff. It would be great to see a guy come up and be able to play all over the infield. Very good speed, extremely good glove, and by the way, could go out there and throw you a few innings of knuckleball in a blowout or just in a night like tonight. I'd rather see a knuckleballer out there trying to fool the national hitters than a guy out there with 2 pitches. So there you have that. My pick to click tonight. So Trevor Williams is the pitcher. He's a really good pitcher. Trevor Williams, though, we have seen him quite a bit. This is not the first time we've seen Trevor Williams. He's been with their organization for a while. I think we're going to get a really high-scoring game. We're going to have to if we're going to win the game. The over-under, I think, is 8.5 tonight. I think that's low. I think it's extremely low because the Braves have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys who have faced Trevor Williams and have a batting average of 300 or higher. Michael Harris is 2 for 4. Ozuna is 10 for 30. Olson's 2 for 6. Ozzy's 3 for 13. Put that one aside. Arcia is batting 300 on 20 at bats. Murphy's 1 for 3. Duvall is 286, and Kelnick is 1 for 2. So a decent sample size. So I think we're getting a high-scoring game. I don't think Kerr's going to be able to go very long. Give me the Braves to win an old-fashioned shootout, and let's have some fun with this one tonight. If we can't slow them down, let's go out there and just have an absolute barn burner. Give me the Braves to win this one 8-6. Braves bats wake up. And my pick to click, looking at all these guys, give me Matt Olson. He's 2 for 6 with a home run lifetime against Williams, and he does have 4 RBIs. So give me Matt Olson, the righty-lefty combo. Arcia also has a home run against him lifetime, and everyone else in the lineup has not hit a home run. But he is a ground ball pitcher, and he's gotten much better. They're going to see a different Trevor Williams, but I think we got an outside chance of pulling this off with a lot of runs. We're not going to be able to do it winning at 2-1. That's not we're not doing the 2-0 win like we did the other night. Not with Ray Kerr on the mound. It's just not going to happen. All right, we're going to be back in a flash when we come back. Pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Get ready.
Like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. A banger, and she's gone, baby.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, where we're set to bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac Magee. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing shortstop for the Washington Nationals, it's C.J. Abrams. 9 home runs, 26 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .260. Lane Thomas batting second, playing right. 3 home runs, 13 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .210. Joey Meneses is the first baseman with 2 home runs, 24 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .239. Jesse Winker, the designated hitter, 6 home runs, 23 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .238. Ruiz is back behind home plate with 3 home runs, 13 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .213. Nick Senzel is playing third with 5 home runs, 13 RBI, a .224 average. Vargas is out at second and batting seventh. He comes in on a .298 clip, 7 RBI, 4 stolen bases. Eddie Rosario is in left field and batting eighth, a .181 average with 7 home runs, 19 RBI, 8 stolen bases. And Young is in center field, a .270 average, 14 RBI, and 16 stolen bases. On the mound for the Washington Nationals, it's Trevor Williams. Williams is 4-0 with a 2.29 ERA, a 1.08 whip, 51 innings pitched, 41 hits allowed, 43 strikeouts, and just 14 walks and 2 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Ray Kerr, who's making his second start. He's 1-1 with a 5.4 ERA, a whip of 1.28, 13 1/3 innings, 16 hits, 16 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 home runs. Backing up Ray and the rest of the pen in the bottom of the first inning, it's Michael Harris II. He'll be patrolling center field with a .258 average, 5 home runs, 17 RBI, 8 stolen bases. Batting second, playing third, Austin Riley, 3 home runs, 18 RBI, a .233 average. Batting third, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He has 16 home runs, 49 RBI, and a .308 average. Batting cleanup and playing first, it's Matt Olson. Olson comes in with a .237 clip, 8 home runs, 29 RBI. Batting fifth, playing second, Ozzie Albies, 3 home runs, 25 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .276. Orlando Arcia is batting sixth and playing short. He has 5 home runs, 19 RBI, a .240 average. Sean Murphy batting seventh and catching. He has a .200 average and 1 RBI. Batting eighth and playing right, it's Adam Duvall. 5 home runs, 13 RBI, a .204 average. And Jared Kelenic is in left field with 3 home runs, 10 RBI, batting .256. Calling balls and strikes tonight behind home plate, it's Quinn Walcott. First base umpire will be Lance Barksdale. Second base is manned by Nick Lentz, and down the third base line, it's Will Little. Braves come in 31-22 on the year, 17-10 at home. The Nationals are 25-29, 15-16 on the road. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 195 on the money line. The over-under is 8.5. We're expecting sunny skies and 80 degrees at Truist Park at first pitch. The wind is blowing out to left center field at 6 miles an hour. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. It's Braves Nats Game 4 of a 4-game series. Braves are looking to split the series with the win behind Ray Kerr and hopefully a rejuvenated offense as we look towards the weekend. Country Club members, thank you for supporting the channel. Get your chop arms ready. We put Hank Aaron in the emojis tonight. We're going to need some runs to back up Ray Kerr. Braves Country, get your game face on, by God.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah! Roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves country. Who do we got in here tonight? Let's get this going. Good evening. From the top, I see John. Good evening, Country Club member David. We see Gary in here. Country Club member Charlie. Underwater's here. Country Club member Mark. Country Club member Nathaniel. We see, let me see who else we got here. Country Club member Gary McCoy. It's kind of funny we got the Hatfield and the McCoys in here. I think I just noticed that. Good evening, Robert, Country Club member. Good evening, Edward. Good evening, Edward. So we got the Hatfields and the McCoys. We got everybody in here tonight. And your Atlanta Braves are getting ready for pitch by pitch with Ray Kerr going to the mound. Well, all we can do is root him along and wish him the best and hope he looks better than he did his last time out, his first start. And we got to take that with a grain of salt. Once again, I think it's a little unfair to make him a starter, but they're trying to eat innings and they must not care about the development of a 29-year-old. So I'd say that has a lot to do with it. He comes in with a 5.4 ERA, a 1.28 whip. Opponent's batting average, this is the one that's really scary, 291. Yikes, that is high. He will be going up against, now the good news is, as you look at the lineup, he does have some lefties he's going to face. And that's really I don't have a problem with C.J. Abrams being on the roster. He is a lefty specialist. Coming out of your bullpen, that's how he should be treated. But they're trying to buy an extra day of rest for their starters, mainly because Ronaldo Lopez has yet to, in case you missed the pregame show, he's yet to pitch on 4 days rest, which is normal in Major League Baseball. So they're trying to get him 5 to 6 days of rest between starts. And the way they're doing it now, we'll get an off day on Monday, so it'll kind of reset itself. Braves are wearing their all whites, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch on the way is a fastball swatted back foul by C.J. Abrams. High and outside, it's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Braves in their all whites top to bottom. Braves across the chest, tomahawk underneath. The 0-1, swing and a miss. On the outer edge, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. He'll kick and fire. Swing and a miss, strike three. Curveball. Didn't have a lot of curve on it, but he got the job done, one away. So one down. If you remember that start that he had, he looked pretty good the first time through the lineup, and then they really just teed off on him. Lane Thomas comes to the plate as we all groan. The first pitch on the way is a curveball down below the knees. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Right there at the kneecaps, just grabbing the zone curveball. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. The pitch. Floats another curveball in there, 1-2. Braves nothing, Nats nothing, just getting going here in the top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and that ball's lifted down the right field line. That's going to get dropped in for a base hit. Thomas is busting it down the line, and he will hold up at first with the leadoff single. Good piece of hitting there, just kind of fisted one out there to right field. Not a terrible pitch. So 1 on, 1 out. The first pitch on the way. Kerr's going to flip it over there to keep Thomas close by. Joey Meneses, the first baseman tonight, stands in. The big right-hander. And the runner goes. Pitch is down and away, and that's going to be an easy steal for Lane Thomas. Kerr's got that long leg kick, and Thomas got a great jump. Murphy had no chance of throwing him out. He probably shouldn't have even attempted that throw, to be honest with you, but he made it closer than it looked. Good throw by Murphy, just a really good jump by Thomas. So the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, curveball down and away, 1-1. You got a guy who typically just throws those 2 pitches. I mean, if you guess right, that curveball is going to take a minute to get there. You're going to have that base with ease. So a 1-1 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball over the top, 1-2. Thomas could be going again with that speed, and you got 2 strikes. Kerr likes to go to that curveball with 2 strikes. We'll see how he dials it up here. He might be anticipating that, the 1-2 pitch. Another curveball down and in, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Jesse Winker stands on deck. He is a left-hander bat. Joey Meneses, 32-year-old, 6'3", 235. Is a bit of a late bloomer. Is the 2-2 way high out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. He debuted with Washington just 3 seasons ago and really caught fire in that season where he only played 56 games. He had 13 home runs and a .324 average. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went over the top of the curveball, 2 away. So 2 down. That'll bring Winker to the plate, the left-hander. The first pitch on the way from Kerr is a curveball right there at the knees. For a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Pitch on the way. Fastball right there on the outer edge, 95 miles an hour. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Lefty, lefty. The pitch. Fastball caught, looking, strike 3, and Ray Kerr dances out of danger. Let's go get him some runs, make his life just a little easier. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said get off your phone. We're watching a show.
Do you get off your phone whenever I'm watching football on the weekends?
But this is different. We're trying to spend quality time together.
Well, we could spend quality time together watching football if you weren't on your phone, so it seems like a little bit of a double standard.
Well, at least on our TV shows, we don't know what's going to happen. But when we watch the Cowboys, I feel like the same thing happens every year.
Got him! Got him!
Armchair.
World Series chance for the first time since 1995. I'm going to take a quick break to pour me a drink, by God, and then I'll meet y'all here. Anyone who wants to hang out and celebrate, we're going to keep this feed going. And let it get it, baby! It's about damn time!
Flood's first trial had been in federal district court in Manhattan in 1970.
I think Kurt Flood on the stand was treated miserably by the federal judge. He almost taunted him. A judge who showed great respect for almost all witnesses. From the bench, the judge asked Curt Flood, this is not as easy as playing center field, is it? With a sarcastic tone in the middle of a difficult cross-examination.
No active player dared testify on his behalf. Only owner Bill Veeck and a handful of retired stars came to Flood's defense.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Please hit that like and subscribe. Become a Country Club member today. Michael Harris II is going to lead us off. Man, you look at that lineup top to bottom, there's a lot of OPSs below 700. We got to get that fixed. First pitch on the way from Trevor Williams is swung on and popped up down the left field line. Is it going to be? Oh, almost a nice sliding catch by Eddie Rosario, but he whiffed at it and will live to tell the tale. Really like to see Harris, if he's going to be the leadoff hitter this year against right-handers, I'd really like to see him eat some pitches up there. He's not Acuna. Is the 0-1 pitch. Down and in. 1-1. They let Acuna get away with that because there was no way to really reel him in. That was his way, and he had too much power to hold him back as the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, pops that up. High in the sky in the left field. Easy out. Rosario will make the catch. 1 down. If you're going to put him at the top of the order, he's got to be able to recognize pitches and know what to swing at and what not to swing at. One down, and Austin Riley comes to the plate. First pitch to Austin is swatted towards the first base dugout of the Atlanta Braves. It's 0-1. Austin Riley batting .233 with the .668 OPS. Love to get him going. The 0-1 pitch, 90-mile-an-hour four-seamer up high and outside, 1-1. What you'll notice about Williams, he's not going to overpower you. But he'll throw the kitchen sink at you. He's got 5 pitches. 4 that he mainly leans on is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and chops that one down the left field line. Third base line, excuse me. So a 1-2 count. Riley chased that one in off the plate. He throws a four-seam, a sweeper, a change, and a sinker. This is the 1-2. Sweeper misses outside wide, 2-2. He'll toss that curveball every great once in a while. Only comes in about 2% of the time. His main pitch is the four-seamer, which tops out around 90, is the 2-2. Swing and fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. Then pretty evenly, he goes back and forth as his secondary pitch is the sweeper and the change. And then just a tick below that is your sinker. So the sweep at 19 is the 2-2 pitch. Sweeper misses down and away, ball 3, 3-2. Sweeper at 19%, change at 18%, and the sinker at 13%. From what I read, it seems like the sweeper more so against the right-handers. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 90 miles an hour, but blew it right by him, 2 down. So 2 away. Marcell Ozuna will come to the plate. Shadows just starting to fade into the background here at Truist Park on a Thursday night as we enter the summer. The pitch on the way, swung on, hard one hopper to third, but should be an easy play. It is. 5-3 put out, and the Braves go quietly here in the first. 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back in a flash. Middle of the order, due up for the Nats.
Unlucky. Yeah. Man, I love the way y'all use that word over here. Back home, if a team was playing poorly, we don't call them unlucky. What do we call them, Coach?
New York Jets.
There it is.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
We're doing 21 miles today for my 21st birthday.
Well, on my 21st birthday, I couldn't walk 21 feet. Huh? I got up. I think that's maybe what was wrong with me still to this day. All right? My 21st, I woke up with a football helmet, a woman's thong, and a flip-flop. I still don't know what happened. On my 21st birthday, one of my buddies on himself. Huh? He was quiet all night, and he was sitting on the couch. He said, I got 3 minutes later, he didn't say a word after that, but 3 minutes later, he said, I don't got no more. But happy birthday to you.
Flood lost in district court and then lost again in the Court of Appeal. And on June 18, 1972, by a vote of 5-3, the United States Supreme Court ruled against him. Baseball was still exempt from antitrust laws, and the reserve clause still stood.
I am particularly pleased that the court has recognized the need for a reserve system and has further recognized that baseball has not disregarded the extremely important position the player occupies. Over the long history of baseball, the reserve system has constantly evolved to improve the position of the player. I am confident that this process will continue.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball, your Atlanta Braves. Send Ray Kerr back out there for the second inning work. He gave up one hit, got to second, but stalled out right there. He'll face Ruiz, Senzel, and Vargas in this inning. Lefty-righty matchup, the first pitch on the way, right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Braves will hope to get through the lineup at least twice with Kerr. All in all, considering that they're playing 15 games in 14 days, the 0-1 pitch is hit hard over to short, A one-hopper backhanded by Arcia. He'll fire it across the diamond, and that'll be an easy 6-3 putout, 1 down. Considering the fact that we're in the middle of 15 games in 14 days, the Braves bullpen is pretty well rested. If you missed the news earlier, A.J. Minter went to the 15-day IL. They recalled Jimmy Herget. Senzel stands in, the right-hander. He takes a swing at the first pitch he sees and laser shot towards the third base dugout. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty. Kerr kicks and fires. Down and in. 1-1. Braves nothing, Nats nothing. Not a lot of games on tonight, but New York and Arizona just got going a little while ago. It's 0-0 over there. Is the 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. They are in the bottom of the first inning. I don't know if they had a delay, because normally the Mets games is the 2-1 pitch. Right there at the knees for a strike. Teardrop curveball, 2-2. Mets normally start their home games at 7:10 Eastern. We are ahead of them. So a 2-2 count. Rocks and fires. Swing and laces that into the dugout on the third base side. You got the NBA playoffs tonight. You got NHL playoffs. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and pounded foul into the left field seats. NBA's got, they are one win away from Dallas going to the finals and not having a game for a week. The 2-2 pitch swung on, and that ball's going to get dropped into right field. It's down for a base hit, and there's one on, one out, And Vargas will come to the plate. He's kind of reached out there and poked it into right field. 91 mile an hour. I believe that was his splitter. So Senzel on first. Vargas at the plate. Lefty-righty once again. The pitch. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Flips it over there first. Try to get the runner leaning. He's back under the tag. If you're wondering why Rosario is in the lineup against a left-hander, they have no other option on the Nationals bench. I'm sure they would have loved to just put a right-handed group up against Kerr. They have no right-handed outfielder on their bench. The 0-1 from Kerr. Way outside wide. Curveball into the other batter's box. 1-1. On the Braves bench tonight, you still have Tromp and d'Arnaud, two catchers. You got Zach Short for the infield and Martinez for the outfield. The 1-1 pitch, high and inside, 2-1. No, you haven't seen J.P. Martinez hit yet. J.P. Martinez does bat from the left side. By trade, he's a left fielder, but he can play pretty much all of the over the outfield. You'd prefer him to be in left. The 2-1 from Kerr. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Chase that curveball down and away. It's 2-2. So a 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball at his ankles. Strike 3. Ray Kerr, 4 strikeouts. That'll bring up Eddie Rosario, lefty-lefty matchup. Runner on first, 2 outs. Kerr flips it over there again. After getting that base stolen on him, he is all about trying to keep Senzel close by. The pitch from Kerr. Curveball misses inside high. It's 1-0. By the way, Nick Senzel is from Atlanta, Georgia. Drafted by the Reds. First round, second pick overall. Plays college ball for the Tennessee Volunteers. The 1-0, down and away, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Senzel does not have a stolen base this year. He is 32 lifetime. Came up in the majors in 2019, so not a huge threat to steal. The 2-0, runner goes, and they got him by a mile. Not sure what Senzel was doing, but I see why he doesn't have any stolen bases this year. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Try to get Ray Kerr some runs, get him some support.
Hey, Dad, what's one piece of advice you'd give to somebody?
Don't have kids.
All right, then.
Wait, what'd you say?
I know you're watching football all day, so I'm gonna go get you some more beer and make some wings for lunch. And I was also thinking that we could hang that TV outside so you could have 2 games at once. Why are you crying?
It's just the first time that you've said that you've loved me in a while.
Where are you from?
What?
Where are you from?
What are you talking about?
Where are you from?
You know where I'm from.
The folks want to know.
Oh, you're doing a question?
Yeah. Come talk to these folks.
All right, I'll tell them.
We are from West Georgia, near the Alabama line. We're a little bit classy and a little bit trashy. I probably have some family members that have dual roles. Do you know what that means? A cousin, maybe an uncle. Yep. I just had one locked up because they were mixing up chemicals in their motorhome. Look how she's looking at me. Don't be hating on your family.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is Friday, and to most blue-collar workers, that means
Nothing at all, because we got to go to work on Saturday.
We lost because my guys, my colleagues, didn't stand up with me. And I can't make any excuse for them. Had we shown any amount of solidarity, if the superstars had stood up and said, we're with Curt Flood, if the superstars had walked into the courtroom in New York and made their presence known, I think that the owners would have gotten the message very clearly, given me a chance to win that.
Curt Flood never played Major League Baseball again.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Matt Olson will lead us off. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is an 80-mile-an-hour sweeper right there at the knees on the inner cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lets her go. Down below the knees, 1-1. Williams just threw 11 pitches in that first inning. Should come to no surprise. The quick swings and the at-bats. The 1-1 pitch swung on. That'll get dribbled over to second. 4-3 put out, 1 away. One down, and Ozzie Albies will come to the plate. Way he was swinging the stick last night, I think you could make a strong argument that he should have been leading off again. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way to Ozzie is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Open stance from the left side. The 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Braves yet to have a base runner so far. 1 strikeout on the night. The 2-0. Swing and chops that foul over towards the dugout. It's 2-1. Standing on deck is Orlando. In the hole is Murph. You also have Detroit and Boston going at tonight along with the Arizona-New York game. The 2-1 swung on, popped up, foul back out of play. 2-2. Later on tonight, the Yankees are at the Angels. Earlier today, Houston blanked Seattle 4-0. Gore was on the mound for the Mariners. The 2-2 pitch swung on. That ball's going to get dribbled through the hole, but we'll take it. It's going to keep rolling where the green grass grows. And here comes Ozzie. He is safe. A 1-out double. He's wincing. Hopefully he's okay. Head first slide. Took him a while to get to it. Ozzie's kind of shaking his head around. He's back on his feet. Just kind of poked it in between the 5-6 holes. They had him in a shift, so he hit it traditionally where the shortstop would be. Taking another look at this replay to see if he's in there. Shortstop Abrams wanted them to challenge it, but he definitely got in. So runner on second, 1 out. The first pitch to Orlando is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. So once again, earlier today, Houston blanked Seattle 4-0. This is the 1-0 pitch. Down and away, 2-0. Milwaukee outlasted Chicago 6-4. That was a seesaw battle. It was a pretty good game. And same thing with the Minnesota-Kansas City game is the 2-0. Swing and a miss coming out of his shoes on that sweeper, dipping away. 2-1. Twins, who got out to a 4-0 lead, or excuse me, Royals got to a 4-0 lead, as a 2-1 misses outside wide 3-1. Minnesota scored 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th to take a 7-4 lead going to the 9th, and then Kansas City came to the plate and scored 2, dropping the game as the 3-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Arceel head on down to first. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Minnesota would hold on to that game 7-6. Carlos Rodon versus Patrick Sandoval in the nightcap tonight out in Los Angeles. Yankees versus Angels. Flaherty's on the mound for Detroit tonight. If you haven't seen Jack Flaherty pitch this year, he looks like the old Jack Flaherty after a couple of years of really struggling with injury and trying to come back from that injury. Sean Murphy comes to the plate. He takes the first pitch, sinker right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard. Righty, righty. Down below the knees. 1-1. See the question in the chat. The Phillies are off. Braves come in 6 games behind as they won last night, so we can cut it to 5.5 with the win tonight. Braves will stay home and face the Oakland A's tomorrow. The 1-1 pitch. Down and away. Did he go around? They're going to check down the line. First base umpire Lance Barksdale says no dice. It's 2-1. So a 2-1 count. The pitch. Down below the knees. Ball 3. They're going to say he went around this time. I don't know about that one. Evens up the count 2-2. So 2 on, 2 out, or 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the second, a 2-2 count, deuces wild to pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Murphy looking silly on that pitch, 2 away. I know it's going to fall on deaf ears, but I really do believe Duvall should be batting in front of Murphy until he starts hitting well. The guy's at such a disadvantage being on the IL the entire beginning of the season. First pitch on the way to Duvall is down and away. Sinker misses. It's 1-0. Phillies and the Mets. If you're wondering, well, where's their score for tomorrow? They are heading to London. The 1-0. Swung on, chopped foul. Back behind home plate, 1-1. To double check the time on those games. Sorry, that's next weekend. I apologize. Philly and New York next weekend is the 1-1 pitch, down and away. Said Duvall went around. Duvall didn't bark about it. 1-2. Keeps using that sweeper down and away to the right-handers, and they are biting every single time. Phillies are at home against the Cardinals this weekend. Cubs are at home against the Reds. That's a 2:20 game. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped foul down the third baseline. Will do it again. Williams now at 33 pitches, so if nothing else, the Braves have run his pitch count up. Had just 11 in the first inning. Has thrown 22 in this one. It's the following weekend that the Phillies is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him. That'll end the inning. Braves put 2 on, but once again, can't do anything. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to town?
Yeah, it's back the way you came.
Hey, Braves fans, Braves baseball, all season long. Hi, I'm Mac Magee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, all season long, right here.
White people, I want to have a conversation with y'all because y'all have really pissed me off. Where are the new rock bands? Like when I was growing up, we had Green Day. Y'all keep trying to twerk. That's the problem. We need some headbangers. Like what happened to all the garage bands? I ain't met a white dude in like 10 years that said him and his band. That just randomly brings up his band. Do y'all not do that anymore? Why all the skater boys want to be DJs and rappers and producers? What is going on? White people, I say this because I care. Stop rapping. Bring back the rock bands. We didn't even judge y'all because the singer really could never sing. We never judged y'all because the music was that good. Can we please have that back?
Armchair.
Is there no way we can get rid of him?
Not without cause.
I have cause. It is because I hate him.
Now is Henry Aaron. Here's a pitch to Aaron. All game in the seventh inning. The Cardinals lead 3-0. Here's a pitch to Henry Aaron. There's a drive way back. It's out on the Green Avenue in right center. Tremendous home run. Hit the light tower out there. Holy cow, did he kiss that ball. There's his 42nd home run of the year. His 126 runs batted in. Oh, did he hit that ball.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves. Washington Nationals scoreless. Ray Kerr is going to go back to work. Eddie Rosario still the batter as he was standing there when the runner got thrown out at second to end the inning. First pitch on the way is a strike right there at the knees. It's 0-1. I did not see. I see the question. Is the 0-1 down and away 1-1? I saw the question about Gary, Keith, and Ron on the on the Mets network is the 1-1 down and away. They said he did not go around. Third base umpire Will Little calls it 2-1. I saw the whole thing that went down with Lopez, and is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped over to second. Ozzy's got it, flips it over to first, and it's a 4-3 put out, one away. I'll have to look that up. All I saw was Lopez got misquoted, and then he got DFA'd. If you heard the soundbite, they tried to say that he said he was on the worst team. It's not what he said. He said he was the worst teammate. But he's got really broken English, originally from Puerto Rico. And some idiot heard it wrong and ran with it, and the next thing you know, the Mets were DFAing him. First pitch from Curtis Young is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, curve ball in the dirt, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Yeah, the new Javi emoji is Javi holding a tomahawk. Much clearer picture. The 0-2 pitch. Down and in, and it hit him. Are you kidding me? He had Young on the ropes. I don't think Young had a clue of what was going on up there, and a curveball hits the top of his back shoe, and he'll head on down to first, and he is a threat to steal. With that slow delivery to the plate, that could be a problem. So a lefty-lefty matchup now with Abrams. First pitch on the way. That ball gets away, and Young's going to scoot on down to second. So don't have to worry about him stealing a base. We're just going to give it to him. And I see the comment about Chipper managing the Braves. That's never going to happen. Is the 1-0 right there for a strike on the intercut, 1-1. You can't even get Chipper Jones to show up to the park on a routine basis when he was coaching. You're never going to get him to go to 162. He likes not doing stuff too much. It's the 1-1 right there inside, 2-1. To get a guy to manage, it's got to be a lifer. It's got to be a guy that wants to be there, that enjoys being there. It's also got to be a guy that didn't make a ton of money. Most of the guys that made a ton of money, they don't want to live that life. The 2-1 from Kerr. Swing and a miss off the edge, 2-2. My best bet would be Travis d'Arnaud gets a job very quickly, and hopefully it's in Atlanta. The 2-2. Kicks and fires. Swing, that ball's laced down the right field side. Smacks it up against the screen just past the first base dugout. We'll do it again, 2-2. You don't think about how long of a grind that is, 162 games, but also all the travel involved is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down, that's a big out there. Second time Abrams is struck out. One thing we do know, next time we face the Nationals, keep Kerr out of in the bullpen. If nothing else, to face Abrams, he's not picking him up at all. That'll bring Lane Thomas to the plate. Thomas is he's 1 for 1. Thomas got on and stole second base his first time up. First pitch on the way is a cutter down and in. 1-0. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Washington. No runs, 1 hit, no error for Atlanta. Top of the third inning, the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Murphy. Young will stay put at second. So a 2-0 count. Kerr comes set. The pitch. Down and in, and Young has third base stolen by a mile. The Braves, he stole it on the defense. Riley was so far up the line and playing to pull. By the time Young, for Riley to leave his spot, he was going to have to put himself in danger of not being able to play defense. First pitch on the way. After that, a 3-0 misses inside, ball 4. So you hate walking Thomas, but then again, sometimes it's better to walk Thomas than to give him something to hit. He's the one that hit the 3-run home run last night. So the runners are on the corners and 2 outs. Still 0-0 in Queens, Mets and Arizona. The Mets' young right-hander Christian Scott is pitching tonight versus Zach Gallen. Should be a pretty good matchup. As I say that, Arizona just took the lead. 1-0. So runners on the corners, 2 out. Pitch from Kerr. Right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns around and flips it over to first real quick. Really quick move by Kerr. The 0-1. Lefty, righty. Pitch on the way. Outside wide, and Thomas has second stolen. Good Lord. I mean, they are picking us apart on the base paths. Runners on second and third and 2 outs. And I know Murphy's frustrated because no one was covering the bag then either. The 1-1. Swing, and that ball's ripped down the left field line, but foul. The Braves defense is playing a strong pull to the left side of the infield. Riley's essentially standing on the foul line. Ozzie is basically standing just to the right of second base. So there's a huge hole on the right. Benesses is a pull hitter. The 1-2. Lets her go. Swing, and that ball is fisted down the right field line. Are you kidding me? That's going to be 2 runs. It's 2-0 Washington here in the top of the third. That was not necessarily a terrible pitch by Kerr, but he hit it in the right spot. It was a fastball that got him up and in, and he just sawed it off, and it dribbled over the first base bag. They had Olsen playing so far over, he was essentially playing second base. No shot to get to that ball, and it's 2-0. So 2-0, and the first pitch on the way to Winker swung on and swatted high and deep, going back on the track, banging off the wall. Kelenic tried to make a leaping catch. It's going to be 3-0, and Winker is rounding the bases, and he'll stand at second, with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third. The way he swung that bat and kind of did a pose, I thought that thing was going out. So Krantz is going to come out there and talk to Kerr. This shouldn't shock us. This is what happened last time. Second time through the order, they absolutely started pounding Kerr. And once again, I'm not killing Kerr for it. I'll tell you why. He can't be expected to go out there and pitch shutdown baseball when he's only essentially has 2 pitches. He should literally be a swing man, a guy that comes out of the bullpen, faces a lineup one time, and then gets out of there. Once he develops that third and fourth pitch, I've got no problem with it. So Krantz will head back to the dugout. But this is why the Braves are going to need to score some runs. Ruiz digs in. The first pitch on the way is a curveball outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Washington 3, Atlanta 0. Still just the third inning. The 1-0. Roxanne fires down below the knees, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Ruiz. Standing behind him is Senzel. The pitch. In the dirt. Ball 3, 3-0. Winker steals third base with these. They are just grabbing bags left and right. Kerr has such a long, slow delivery. That time Riley was standing on third waiting for it, but Murphy never had a chance. We'll go ahead and take that sign down.
Braves win! Braves win! Braves win!
And that pitch goes inside and gets. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. The pitch hit Ruiz is going to be a ball anyways. He would have been heading down first, but just smart a little bit. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. We're up over the century mark. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Lefty, righty, the first pitch on the way. Swing, and fouls it down the right field line. banging over to the Braves dugout, pops on top of the dugout and bounces into the crowd. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Washington. Braves have collected 1 hit in their first 2 innings. The 0-1, runners on the corners, 2 outs. The pitch right there at the knees, 95 miles an hour. 0-2. Francisco Lindor has just hit a home run for the Mets. It is 2-1 in that game. They are in the 3rd. Arizona. The 0-2. Swing, and that ball is going to be a diving stop by Austin Riley at 3rd. Great defensive play by the Rake, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Braves cough up 3. We'll grab the bats and try to answer back. Let's get them, Braves country.
So I told my psychiatrist I was hearing voices in my head. He said I don't have a psychiatrist.
I'm going to UCLA because my wife went to UCLA Med School. Shout out, Tran. You completely hold. That's her last name. That's her last name. Relax, ESPN. How dare you?
Armchair.
Is you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Is you crying?
Don't leave me alone. You know I'm watching the game. No, I'm not crying.
I told you they was finna lose. I don't know why you acting like this.
Why is you talking about my business? Why is you talking about my business?
Point.
They cheated, though. They cheated. They cheated. When they lose, don't talk to me for the rest of the week. Why is you bothering me?
Whoa, what about the wristbands? You act like they finna throw you in the game to save the last couple of points for you.
Would you leave me alone? Would you leave me alone?
You don't even cry for me like this.
I only known you for 2 months. It's been my team for 22 years.
It is especially fitting that today, in the midst of baseball's most exciting event, the World Series, we pause to honor Jackie Robinson.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I would just like to say that I was really just a spoke in the wheel of the success that we had some 25 years ago. I would like to also say that I would be a real pleasure if Mr. Rickey could have been here with us today, but to the members of the family, my entire love and gratitude for the things that he's done over the years. And I also want to say how pleased I am that my family can be here this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. See what happened here. Zach Gallen threw just 13 pitches in that Mets game, Arizona Mets game. And then he was pulled from the game, but they believe it was something about hamstring tightness. So it may not be a serious injury, but that's can't be good if you're an Arizona fan. First pitch on the way to Jared Kelenic. It's off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, righty-lefty, pitch down below the knees, 2-0. Pretty long sit on the bench for Williams during that 3-run inning, so hopefully Braves can take advantage of some rustiness. The 2-0 pitch, down below the knees, but called for a low strike. It's 2-1. Kelenic batting .256 on the year, 675 OPS. The 2-1 right there for a strike slider on the outer edge, 2-2. You got a 2-2 count. The pitch from Williams. Swing, and that ball's laced into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Eddie Rosario misplays it. That ball's going to go where the green grass goes. Here comes Jared Kelenic. He's flying around second. He's heading to third. It's a stand-up triple for the kid, baby. Let's go. Eddie Rosario out there doing Eddie Rosario type things, trying to make a sliding stop, and the ball hopped over his glove as he was backhanding it. And that cost at least 1, if not 2 bases. I think he thought maybe he had a chance to make the play, and then he was just trying to trap it. If he traps the ball, he probably has a chance to keep Kelenic to 1. The first pitch on the way to Michael Harris' second is swung on, blasted into deep center field. It'll get caught at the track, but Kelnick will come in and tag the base, and he'll come in to score, and the Braves have put one on the board. It's 3-1 in Hotlanta. Harris gave that pitch a ride. Austin Riley will come to the plate. He takes the first pitch, sweeper down and away. It's 0-1. Riley struck out his first time up. Struck out on chasing that sweeper left and right. The 1-0 from Williams. Right-hander pulls his glove. Looks into Ruiz. Time is called. I believe that was Riley calling time. Riley batting .231 on the year. He's got 3 home runs. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped over towards third. They're going to have to charge. Here comes the throw from third. 5-3 put out. Just got Riley by about a half step. 2 down. Two down, and Marcell Ozuna will come to the plate. The Big Zoo, 16 home runs and 49 RPI and a 989 OPS. First pitch on the way to Marcell is a sweeper down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Seems to be leading off the right-handers quite a bit with that sweeper down and out of the zone, trying to get you to swing at garbage. The 1-0. Sweeper right there. That one was in the zone. It's 1-1. Olsen on deck. If they could keep it going, Ozzie in the hole. The 1-1 inside almost gets him. Sinker, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Righty, the pitch on the way. Swung on and swatted foul. Sliced into the stands. It's 2-2. Williams at 46 pitches, so not terribly high. Here in the bottom of the third inning. The 2-2. Swing, and that ball's rifled into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves got something cooking once again. The tying run will step to home plate in the form of the Ice House, Matt Olson. The pitch high in the zone on the outer edge, and Ozuna just slaps it into right field. One false step and a ball to the chop house could tie this all up. The first pitch on the way is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. Braves 1, Nats 3. Williams coming set. The pitch. Kicks and fires. Down below the knees, 2-0. That one was on the outer edge. So a 2-0 count. He's about to throw his 50th pitch. He's thrown 28 for strikes tonight. The 2-0. Outside wide ball, 3-0. Standing on deck is Ozzie Albies. Matt Olson representing the tying run. William comes set. Lifts his glove, kicks and fires. Down below the knees, ball 4. So he wanted no piece of Matt. Ozuna will move up to second. Olsen will take his place at first. We've got runners on first and second. There are 2 out. Ozzie Albies coming to the plate. Quick time in the action is the pitching coach for the Nationals. Jim Hickey's heading out there to the mound. While he does that, it's about that time to start turning back time. On this date in 1894, After going 0 for 6 in the first game of a doubleheader, Bean Eater Bob Lowe becomes the first major leaguer to hit 4 home runs in one game, helping Boston Bean Eaters, who are now the Atlanta Braves, beat Cincinnati and Elton Icebox Chamberlain 20-11. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. It swung on. It slapped foul down the right field line. He was out in front of that one big time, just couldn't keep it straight. It's 0-1. So the first time four home runs were hit, it was by a Brave, the Boston Bean Eaters. The 0-1, righty-lefty, open stance, the pitch, swing, and that ball's lifted high into left field. Should be playable. Rosario will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves' bats come to life, can only get one across, but we're looking much better tonight. We'll be back in a flash.
Like 7 years ago, I hit my hand on a chop saw blade. It was slowing down. There was no guard on the chop saw. So I hit my hand on it as it was slowing down. It took a big old chunk out of my hand. After it got stitched up and it healed and the stitches got taken out, this showed up, and I started freaking out. It's cancer. They're going to have to amputate. I'm going to die. And after the nurse stopped laughing at me and caught her breath, she informed me that it's just scar tissue.
It's whiskey.
Smells awful.
Well, all whiskey smells awful.
Then why do people drink it?
Well, it's like when grown-ups have a party. They drink it to have a good time.
Gee, if it's a party, don't they have a good time anyway?
Well, grown-ups have a harder time having a good time than kids do.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but stop grounding your kids from their online games. Log into those games and get them banned.
25 years after his historic debut, Jackie Robinson agreed to throw out the first ball of the 1972 World Series. He was just 53, but diabetes had dimmed his sight. Heart disease had slowed his step. Jackie Robinson died 10 days later. In his autobiography published after his death, Robinson recalled playing in his first World Series game. There I was, the black grandson of a slave, the son of a black sharecropper, part of a historic occasion, a symbolic hero to my people. But I must tell you that it was Mr. Ricky's drama and that I was only a principal actor.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Braves trail 3-1. Kerr goes back to work. The first pitch is dribbled down the third base line. Foul. 0-1. The 0-1, top of the fourth, 3-1 your score. Kerr at 63 pitches. I would think this would be his last time through the lineup, but they tried to force their hand last time and really paid for it. So the 0-1 count, the pitch. Swing and chop foul towards just before the dugout. Actually bounced over into the on-deck circle. Kerr now sits with a 6.06 ERA. The southpaw turns, winds, and kicks. Curveball way out of the zone, 1-2. A 1-2 count. Lefty, righty, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. So he's got, that takes it down to a 5.94 ERA, but he does have 6. So it really is frustrating with Kerr when you watch him pitch because he's got 6 strikeouts through 3 1/3. But he's got 4 hits, 3 runs given up, and 1 walk, along with the hit batsman. First pitch on the way to Rosario is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0, cutter missing. Eddie Rosario batting .179 on the year at .601 OPS. Does have 7 home runs, the 1-0. Down below the knees, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Kerr wins and fires. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, nowhere near the zone. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0. Down below the knees, ball 4. And he walks the left-hander. That's not what you want. He'll put Rosario on first. The number 9 hitter, Young, who's going to be hard to double up, and then you'll have the top of the order. The only good news in that, Abrams, who will be starting that top of the order, has struck out the 2 times he's faced Kerr. So I would think you would let him face Abrams. Kranitz is on the bullpen phone. First pitch on the way, drops a bunt, Young, and he's going to be, oh, Lord, did he beat it out. That ball goes into right field. Not only does he not get the runner, but he has a terrible error that's going to put runners on second and third and 1 out. So adding insult to injury, Ray Kerr, who's already having a bad outing, throws one well wide of the first base bag. Olsen tries to knock it down, and now the Braves are pulling the infield in. I don't know if I would do that. C.J. Abrams comes to the plate with the infield in, 2 in scoring position. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Swing and a miss, strike, it's 0-1. If you're going to do that, you almost can't give him a fastball to rifle back hard. If you give him a fastball, it's got to be well out of the zone. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, curveball. It's 0-2. I get not wanting to go down 4-1, but I don't know if I want to go down 5-1 and have a runner standing on first base. Braves did look like they were starting to get to Williams. The 0-2. Down in the dirt. Ball gets away, but Murphy keeps it from getting too far from the plate. Runners stay put. So a 1-2 pitch. Kerr kicks and fires. That ball's in the dirt. Another curveball, 2-2. Nats 3, Braves 1. Jesse Chavez looks to be warm in the bullpen. He normally doesn't take long to get warm. Young stands on second, Rosario at third. Lefty, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Abrams now 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. He is not picking up that curveball. Kerr with the 7th strikeout, and 3 of them have been Abrams. That'll bring Lane Thomas to the plate, and Snicker's going to go get him. Kerr will exit out of here. He's responsible for the 2 on. We'll see if Jesse can get Lane Thomas when we come back.
Just got invited to an event that starts at 8 p.m. I'm sorry, but not all of us are on cocaine.
How you doing, Ace?
Anybody been on base?
Nobody.
Nobody?
This I ain't seen much of.
Me neither.
I never have. What's the matter?
I don't know if I have anything left.
You just throw whatever you got, whatever's left. The boys are all here for you. We'll back you up. We'll be there. Because we don't stink right now. We're the best team in baseball right now, right this minute, because of you. You're the reason. We're not going to screw that up. We're going to be awesome for you right now. Just throw. All right? Come on.
I just met someone whose name was Hanna, and I said, oh, Hannah. And she said, no, Hannah. I'm hanging on by a thread, people. I cannot do this.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
I don't know of anybody besides Robinson who could have done what he did. Many of the black players, Reggie Jackson, for example, said later, he's the only one of us who could have done it. Robinson, Mr. Rickey told him he'd have to turn the other cheek. And as Mr. Rickey said, it wasn't long before he didn't have any other cheek to turn. It just had simply been beat off. I think that they said that Robinson died from diabetes and other things. I think he died from the load he carried.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch from Jesse Chavez is right there for a strike. On the outer edge, it's 0-1. Righty, the 0-1 pitch. 89-mile-an-hour cutter up top. Just misses 1-1. Runners on second and third, 2 out. Chavez coming in to clean up Kerr's mess. The pitch. Cutter, right there for a strike. 1-2. Checking down the line. I don't know. We'll take it, though. Looked like he held up. So a 1-2 from Jesse. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Uncle Jesse comes in and yaks Thomas. We'll be back in a flash.
Yo, I guess I'm gonna need to be the one to explain to all of the 40-year-old people and above, so 40 plus. Yo, you guys keep sending out these thumbs up emojis. Yo, we depict the thumbs up as a it's rude. You're rude.
All right, those of you that had thumbs up emoji on your bingo from hell card, go ahead and mark it off because that's the world we now live in. Younger generations are offended, bothered by, consider rude, triggered by a thumbs up emoji.
So, for example, if you spend $100 and you get a $10 reward, you just made $10.
That's not accurate. That's not how that works.
Yeah, because now in a future purchase, you just saved yourself $10. If you return an item at the store, you just earn money. So if you return something and buy something at the same time, it was free.
I feel like.
Or this one's so good. Like if you go to Starbucks or Dunkin' and you use your app, you scan and pay, it's free because that money was already there.
I'm never gonna have money.
What do you mean?
This is your mindset when you go to a store?
This is just how girl math works.
Girl math isn't a thing!
Armchair.
In 1973, a period of Watergate turmoil in Washington. In October, the Reds were playing the Mets in the National League Championship Series, and Potter Stewart was hearing, I won't quite say listening to, oral arguments in the Supreme Court, and he had a law clerk feeding him information on what was going on elsewhere. And at one point, the clerk handed him a slip of paper, and on it said, Cranepool flies to right, Agnew resigns.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Your Atlanta Braves. Washington Nationals, the Braves trail 3-1. That's the bad news. Good news is we got out of the Ray Kerr start with only 3 runs given up through 4 innings. Atlanta will lead this inning off with Orlando Arcia coming to the plate. First pitch on the way to Arcia was a strike. It's 0-1. For some reason, the Atlanta feed screwed up and didn't come back from break. The 0-1 misses, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Down and in. 2-1. Not sure what happened there. Even the Washington feed was coming back just as that second pitch was being thrown. The 2-1 from Williams. Swing, and that ball's bounced down towards third. They got plenty of time to get the slow-footed Arcia. 5-3 put out. 1 away. One down, and Sean Murphy will come to the plate. Hopefully he can find a way to get on. He's batting just 182, 364 OPS. No home run so far from Sean. I'm sure he wants to get that off the schneid. The first pitch on the way is a sweeper down and away to the right-hander, 1-0. I mean, you can pretty much spit on the first pitch if you're a right-hander facing Williams. He has thrown first pitch sweepers to almost every right-hander. The 1-0. Changeup misses, but called for a strike by home plate umpire Quinn Wolcott. 1-1. He tends to call a very low zone, and he's done it again tonight. The 1-1 swung on. That's going to be an easy 5-3 put out. If you think Arcia is slow, Murphy said, "Hold my beer." 2 down. The 2 down, and Adam Duvall, who's batting 8th, comes to the plate. I'd like to see him scratch another run across, just start ticking this up and get into their bullpen. They're about to let Williams come in and out of a really quick inning. The first pitch on the way is down below the knees. That one was called for a ball. It's 1-0. Same spot, essentially, where he called that last strike. Williams at 61 pitches, but a very short inning here. Williams comes set. Righty, the pitch on the way. Swung on, pops it up, and that looks like that's going to end the inning. Drifting over in shallow right field, Thomas makes the catch, and the Braves let him in and out of the inning in about 5 pitches. We'll be back in a flash.
Supposed to drink water now. When did that start? Do you remember any time of any moment in childhood that some adult told you, hey, gotta drink water? No, my guy. I'm talking every single sport. Running in the summer, 9-10 hours a day in the blistering heat. Not one single adult told me, drink water. I thought you only drink water like after gym. Did not know you were supposed to be drinking this much water. Then there are like 8 glasses? 8 glasses of water in a day? I didn't drink 8 glasses of water through the 80s, 90s, early 2000s combined.
Hello, a political poll. I never have before, but go ahead, shoot. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Who? Oh, right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm already on the phone, okay? I'm taking a poll.
My apologies. Carry on.
Sorry about that, guy. Go ahead. I don't know.
How could you not know that?
Would you just hang up, please?
Why should I? The man's conducting a political poll, and he has the right to speak to someone who's not an ignoramus.
If you're so smart, why did you tell him that your total salary last year was $12?
That was after taxes.
One of the most flamboyant owners was Charles O. Finley of the Oakland Athletics. He was an old-fashioned autocratic entrepreneur with revolutionary ideas. And for 3 years in a row, 1972, 73, and 74, they were the best team in baseball. They had 3 key players, Joe Rudy, Bert Campaneris, and Reggie Jackson, and 3 superb pitchers, Vida Blue, Raleigh Fingers, and Jim Hunter, a North Carolina farmer whom Finley dubbed Catfish because he thought a countrified nickname would add to his box office appeal.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Top of the 5th we go, trailing 3-1. Mets trail Arizona 2-1 in the 5th. Tigers 1-0 over the Red Sox. They're already in the 6th. Jesse Chavez will go back to work. I guess that injury to Zach Gallen kind of explains why they were behind us, though they started before us. First pitch on the way from Chavez to Meneses is right there for a strike, down a little bit out of the zone, but that's where he's calling him. It's 0-1. The 0-1 just misses off the plate. Cutter, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Righty, the pitch. Cutter misses again. Ball 2, 2-1. I think I would prefer to see Jesse Chavez open a game and Ray Kerr come out of the pen and face whatever lineup one time and see how that worked over what we just saw. The 2-1 is swatted foul off the... think that got a piece of Sean Murphy. He appears to be unscathed. 2-2. The 2-2. Changeup misses well out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. So you got a full count. Top of the fifth, nobody out the pitch. Swing, and that ball swatted right to Olsen. He backhands it like a hockey goalie. Runs over and steps on the pillow. 1 away. A.J. Minter went on the 15-day IL if you missed it. Recalling Jimmy Herget back to the majors. He had just been sent down. First pitch on the way to Winker is swatted foul. Cutter out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. If you missed the pregame show, once again, David Fletcher has been throwing down in the minor leagues. The knuckleball is the 1-1, outside wide, 2-1. And he started a game for the first time last night, went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits as the 2-1 pitch swung on, popped up high in the sky. Drifting back, making the catch is Austin Riley, 2 away. What's even more remarkable about that, he struck out Jackson Holliday, the top prospect in all of baseball. So 2 down. That'll bring Ruiz to the plate. Ruiz takes a strike right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Jesse, 16th pitch of the night. The pitch, swing, and fouls it away. It's 0-2. Braves 1, Nats 3. Top of the fifth, the 0-2. Swung on, and that ball is going to get laced over to second off of Ozzy's glove. Ozzy fires it over to first, and he gets Ruiz by about a step. Good hustle by Ozzy, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We'll grab the bats. Kelnick, the spark plug, coming to the plate.
It's like all I do is work, go home, blink twice, and my ass back at work. It's a never-ending cycle.
What are we listening to?
What the? Why did you turn it off?
I don't know that.
It's Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Who?
The tight end. Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Well, I know Travis Kelce. Who's he dating?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor's.
Yeah, she's been all over Travis Kelce's TikTok lately.
Is she the party in the USA one?
No, that's Miley Cyrus. Much more talented.
Oh yeah, but that Hannah Montana chick.
Yeah.
Is
Hannah Montana way better than
Taylor Swift? Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, the song. She was big in country in like 2008.
Oh no! She the something with the
garbage.
stupid screen doors.
She's been on Travis.
Yeah, I remember that dumbass. Yeah.
So literally, she's now trying to literally like chase clout with Travis Kelce. Right?
She did the same thing with John Mayer.
Absolutely
John
not.
Mayer, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this is not a joke anymore.
You know what?
This is
You know
not
what's
funny.
Prince of Persia? What's the guy's name?
Jacob
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm Team Jake.
Armchair.
Excuse me, sir, why are you a Mets fan?
I'm not.
Then why are you here?
I came with my buddy.
Is he a Mets fan?
I doubt it.
Excuse me, madam, do you like the Mets?
Mets. Who likes the Mets?
Then why are you here?
This is a ball game.
Excuse me, sir, are you a Mets fan? Why don't you get lost? I'm trying to watch the ball game.
Nobody worked the corners the way Catfish Hunter did. He would start inside and outside and up and down. If the umpire was giving him a call, then he would widen the plate and widen the plate. Plate is 17 inches wide, and batters used to say that by the end of the game, he was throwing to a 22-inch wide plate. But I remember Catfish Hunter losing a World Series game after he'd won a lot. The reporters rushed over thinking they'd find him crestfallen or gloomy or silent. And he was just the same as he'd been before, and he finally said, well, he said, the sun don't shine on the same dog's ass every afternoon.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Braves trail 3-1. They're showing Kerr talk to Kranitz in the dugout. Kranitz probably saying something to the effect of, hell, I don't know why you started. Jared Kelenic will lead it off. Kelenic had a triple his first time up. First pitch on the way to Jared is a swing and a miss strike, change up over the top. It's 0-1. Love to see Braves at least get one more run here, scratch one across, and put some pressure on the Nats. The 0-1. Williams at 63 pitches, so he's in good shape there. The pitch, swing and a miss over the top. 0-2, chasing the changeup well into the dirt. When asked about Schwellenbach if he was going to get another start, Snicker simply said as the 0-2, outside wide, tried to get him to chase the change out there. 1-2. Snicker simply said, well, he's still here, isn't he? That tells you Schwellenbach will be getting another start next week. The 1-2, swing, and that ball's fisted foul behind home plate. Do it again, 1-2. One-two to Kelenic. Harris on deck. In the hole, the rake. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase that changeup out of his shoes. That's the pitch he tried to get him to chase on 0-2. He got him to chase it on 1-2. One out. Oh, and Michael Harris II will come to the plate. First pitch to Harris is inside, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on. Reach for that one. Chops it foul towards first base. 1-1. Harris 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. Batting just .257 from the leadoff position. The 1-1. Down and away. There's that changeup again to the left-hander. 1-1. You see routinely is the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. Got him guessing there, 2-2. The left-handers, if he gets out in front, he's going to throw that change off the plate. And he's going to try to get the right-handers to chase the sweeper. The 2-2 from Williams. Pitch. Changeup outside wide. Ball 3, 3-2. So a 3-2 count. Harris may get something else now as he's kind of painted into a corner. Doesn't want to walk him. 3-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball's laced towards center field. It's going to be caught, though. Young on the run. Good-looking center fielder out there. He's played a good center field all series long. 2 away. Pretty well hit ball, but right to the defense. So 2 down, and Austin Riley really hasn't done a whole hell of a lot since he's come back. The first pitch on the way is a sweeper. Called for a wide, low strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty. Pitch on the way. That sweeper misses. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Way outside wide. Ball 2. Williams should at least be able to go 6. He may even go 7. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. Just 88 miles an hour, but he's lulling them to sleep with those off speeds. They have a hard time catching up. So a 2-2 from Williams. He turns and fires. Swung on, swatted, foul, and out of play. Pitch was a little bit off the plate, but with 2 strikes, too close for comfort. They do have Jacob Barnes warming up in the bullpen. The 2-2. Lets her go. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Another easy out, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Braves can't get anything going. We'll be back in a flash.
What sound is that?
A dinosaur.
A what?
Dinosaur.
It's a what?
Dinosaur.
Make the sound again. Oh, you talking about them things from Jurassic Park?
Hey, I got a quick question for all the Caucasian homies out there. Cottage cheese?
You know what? Fair enough. Good question. I've got a follow-up question. Chitlins?
But even Finley's championship A's couldn't draw 1 million fans a year. All across the American League, attendance figures lagged behind the harder-hitting National League. In 1973, to remedy that imbalance, Finley and other owners pressured the American League to try an experiment, the designated hitter, which allowed a better-hitting player to bat for the pitcher without removing that pitcher from the game. Everybody adopted the designated hitter. Everybody but the oldest organization in professional baseball, the National League. From then on, the national pastime would be played under 2 sets of rules.
I remember 1972, before Bowie Kuhn and Charles Finley took that out of my hand for good. Didn't allow me to hit. Lolich had me 0-2, and I moved up on the box, to take away his curveball. New Freehand saw me do it. So Lolich tried to bust me inside with a fastball, or so I was guessing, and he did. And I hit a line shot to right field. And Al Kaline, who was the ancient mariner of their ball club's already a statue. He came in, the ball went under his glove, rounded first, rounded second. I came around third, and it would have been an inside the park home run for sure, but I had never been there before. And I'm looking for Popowski, and if people know the Red Sox, Popowski's only 3'6", and I couldn't pick him up in the crowd, but he was way down the line waving me home, and I came around third, and I couldn't pick him up, and I slowed up. Finally, he held me up, or I would have had inside the park home run. That was my last at bat in a Red Sox uniform.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves trail this one 3-1. Bottom of the order is due up for the Nationals. Jesse Chavez will go back to work. He's pitching an inning of a third, bailing out Kerr, who went 3 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs, did strike out 7. But walked 2 and gave up 5 hits. The first pitch on the way. Swung on. That ball is belted into the corner, and that's going to be a leadoff double for the Nationals here to start the 6th inning. Hard hit ball by the right-hander. Just chopped fair. And Riley had his glove extended, tried to backhand it, just went past him. That'll bring Vargas to the plate. Vargas takes the first pitch outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. He showed bunt but pulled it back. Arizona and the Mets, they're 2-1 in the top of the 6th. Snakes leading. The 1-0 drops a bunt. Pretty good bunt right to the pitcher, excuse me. They bounce it over there. Jesse grabs it, flips it over to first. It's a 1-3 put out, but on the play, Senzel goes down to third and 1 out, so the Braves will bring the infield defense in. One on, 1 out, runner at third. The infield defense, their toes are on the infield grass. First pitch on the way to Eddie Rosario is chopped over to third, and that's going to be an easy 5-3 putout. What we saw quite a bit in his last couple of years in Atlanta, Eddie just gave that at bat away. Dribbled it over to third, and it's a 5-3 putout, 2 away. The bat did break in half, but he chased one well out of the zone. So 2 down. Runner at third. Young to the plate. First pitch to Young is a sinker high. Called for a strike. We'll take it. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Roxanne fires. Just misses outside 1-1. Tigers lead the Red Sox 2-0 in the 6th. Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers. The 1-1 pitch. Right there at the knees, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Floro is warming up in the bullpen of the Nationals. I don't know if that means that Williams is done or if they're just getting him ready just in case. He hasn't thrown that many pitches. You got a 1-2 count. The pitch. Down and away, 2-2. Williams has thrown 79 pitches. The 2-2 from Jesse. Caught, looking, strike 3. Froze him right there on the inner cut, and that'll end the inning. So they get a runner to third with 1 out, and a busted bat and a caught looking gets us out of it. We'll be back in a flash.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but whatever you're going through is going to get better. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but it will eventually get better, or it won't. You know, you may be...
The home Met team waving their outfielders in. Here's Rick Camp with a game on the line. 2 outs and no one on base.
Well, they could go to another pitcher, but in 18 innings, they've used just about everybody.
No, the only 3 guys left are Bedrosian, Perez, and Zane Smith. There's a strike, 0-2.
So they've researched that, and they figure that Camp is the best hitter of the 3 left.
It'll be an 0-2 pitch. And he is at the deep left. Heat goes back. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Rick Camp. Rick Camp. I don't believe it. That certifies this game as the whack, wild, most improbable game in history.
Nobody can believe it. Camp makes it 11-11, his first Major League homer.
I mean, unbelievable. There was a time, according to Jim Lefevre, when he was playing with the Dodgers, and they had the great pitching staff, particularly Koufax and Drysdale. And they were sitting around early in the season going down the whole National League. And they were trying to figure out how to pitch to these guys. And they'd say, Banks, well, pitch to Banks this way. And Mays, pitch to him that way. And Eddie Matthews, low and away. They finally came to, someone said, Henry Aaron. Dead silence in the Dodgers clubhouse. And finally a voice piped up and said, make sure there's no one on when he hits it out.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Mac Magee sitting here with you. The Atlanta Braves will bring Marcell Ozuna, Matt Olson, and Ozzie Albies to the plate. Williams will go back out there for yet another inning. But they do have the right-hander warming up. First pitch on the way to the Big Zoo is 86-mile-an-hour fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-righty. Pitch on the way. Down and away. Sweeper misses. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. The pitch. Down below the knees. 2-1. Changeup misses. Williams comes set, his 83rd of the night. The pitch, swing, pops it up. Is that going to stay in play? They're going to chase it over there towards the, yep, that'll be an out. Easy out. One down. Chase that one out of the zone. So one down, and Matt Olson will step in. Matt Olson walked his last time up. The first pitch on the way, 88 up top. It's 0-1. Righty, lefty. The 0-1. Changeup misses outside wide, 1-1. It's pretty much his MO to the left-handers. He goes up and in and changeups away. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Olson calls his timeout. Ozzie Albies stands on deck. Braves trying to get anything to get going here. The 1-2 pitch. Down below the knee. Sweeper just misses. 2-2. Braves got their one run back in the third inning. They had some ducks all over the pond, but couldn't get anything else across. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball swatted foul down the left field line. Plenty foul, 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch, way outside wide, ball 3-2. Last four pitches been four seam, change up, four seam, sweeper. The payoff pitch, swing and fouls that away. Fisted a four seam fastball up and in. You would think he may go back to that changeup outside, but don't know if he wants to walk the tying run to the plate. So a full count, 90 pitches now for Williams. The right-hander comes set, the pitch, swing, fouls it back. Four-seam fastball. Got him right in his kitchen. We'll do it again. The 3-2 swung on, lifted high into center field. Going back on the track, making the catch is the center fielder Young. 2 down. Pretty good at bat by Olson. Gave it a long ride. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie is 1 for 2. Now batting .279. Second highest batting average on the team behind Marcell Ozuna. The first pitch on the way. Chop foul down the first base side. It's 0-1. If he can keep it going, Arcia stands on deck. Murphy in the hole. The 0-1 to Ozzie. Outside wide sweeper misses. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that ball's rifled back up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Let me see if I can locate that button. There it goes. It's been a while, but we got a base hit. We got a runner on. The tying run will come to the plate. You know, it's felt a little hit and miss here. We do have the tying run standing at home plate. They do have the right-hander warmed up in the bullpen. I think that's going to be it. That is going to be it. Here comes the skipper, Martinez. He's going to get the ball, and that'll end the night for Williams. Pretty good outing. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Should we start drinking now so we have a nice buzz when we get there? We're only going to Walmart.
Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today's guest, my radiator. Anything else? Thanks.
Bro, I ain't got to worry about my wife cheating. I got to worry about her driving like she got 9 lives, running her mouth like she's 6'4", and if she's actually ate anything today, or is she just still running off pure rage and caffeine.
I ain't nothing but an old country gal. You know, I like sitting outside, sitting by the campfire, drinking cures, waving at neighbors, petting my dog, drinking some more cures. It ain't nobody bothering you about nothing.
You better not be burning any trash over there.
You
armchair.
For 20 years, Henry Louis Aaron had been the quietest of superstars, self-assured, utterly reliable, intensely private. Born in Mobile, Alabama, seasoned in the Negro Leagues, he played brilliantly for the Braves, first in Milwaukee and then in Atlanta. But as the 1973 season drew to a close, he was suddenly the focus of even more attention than Roger Maris had endured 12 years earlier. He was just 15 home runs short of Babe Ruth's lifetime record of 714.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Dylan Floro will come in. We saw Floro last night, first pitch on the way from Floro to Arcia as a slider high and inside out of the zone. It's 1-0. He came in last night through 2/3 of an inning. No earned runs. The 1-0 right there for a strike, sinker on the outer edge, 1-1. Outing before that, he gave up 2 runs in 2/3 of an inning to Seattle. The 1-1 swing, and that ball swatted foul towards the first base dugout. 1-2. He comes in with a 1.00 ERA in 27 innings pitched. So pretty impressive. 104 whip. The 1-2 from Floro. Turns around and flips it over to first to try to keep Ozzie close by. Just love to get one into the gap. Ozzie would easily score with 2 outs. Cut this lead down. The 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Arcia taken to school. Will be back in a flash. Braves trail 3-1. We head to the 7th.
Dad!
What?
I know you drink a lot, but what the heck?
What do you mean?
Look what you had me for lunch yesterday. Half a taco from dinner last night. A hot dog bun, a whole thing of Greek yogurt.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
A piece of lettuce, a strawberry, a raw egg, and a fat carrot.
Oh my God. Would you just go get dressed for school?
I tell you, I never thought I'd get a chance to do this right here. This is about the 4th inning I went. This game's kind of dragging on a bit. I wouldn't blame them if they found out, that it's going to be a little bit longer and they went on to bed. I appreciate y'all staying. It means the world to me. People all the way up in the upper deck, people down here in the lower bowl, man, I love y'all so much. I'm so proud to be a St. Louis Cardinal for this long and to win 200 games the other day with everybody supporting me. It was a dream come true. The first one's called Hey Y'all, and it's all about growing up in the South. It's all about good manners and sitting up straight and respecting your elders, and I hope you like it. Let's play it for them, Gary.
300 writers who had largely ignored him till now began traveling with the team, determined to be on hand when he broke the record. But at season's end, his total was still 1 short of tying Ruth's mark. The pressure from the media and the fans continued all winter long. I was a prisoner in my own apartment, he said. I lived like an outcast in my own country. At one point, he was receiving 3,000 letters a day, most of them unsigned. I don't want them to forget Ruth, Hank Aaron said. I just want them to remember me.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. 3-1 your score. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Joe Jimenez will come on the mound. (20 innings, 3.15 ERA. C.J. Abrams comes to the plate. I'm sure he's glad not to see Ray Kerr. He was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts versus Kerr. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Fastball, 94 right in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a chopper right back to the mound. Jimenez has it. He'll flip it over to Lopez. I don't know where that was coming from. Olsen underhanded. And it is a 1-3 put out, 1 away. That'll bring Thomas to the plate. Thomas takes the first pitch up top for a strike on the inner cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball right down the pipe at the knees. 0-2. The 0-2, righty-righty, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jimenez comes out firing bullets here to start the 7th inning. 5 pitches in, 2 outs. That'll bring Meneses to the plate. Joey Meneses is 2 for 4 on the night, swings at the first pitch, and he hammers that into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Meneses now batting .245 on the year after that hit with a .617 OPS. He had 2 RBIs earlier. And Jesse Winker will come to the plate from the left-handed side. Braves defense is back and to the right. First pitch to Winker is a hanging slider right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Slider misses high, 1-1. Tomorrow night should be Ronaldo Lopez as he gets an extra day off of the 1-1 pitch. Right there for a strike again, 1-2. So the way it should lay out, unless they do another hoodoo on the rotation, as the 1-2 pitch swung on, pops it up. High in the sky, coming over, making the catch is Sean Murphy, and that'll end the inning. So they get one on, but other than that, it was a good, solid inning for Jimenez. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Get up and stand, Braves Country.
All right, I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right. Yes,
Welcome back, Braves Country. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Floro will stay out there. Sean Murphy, Duvall, and then Kelnick are due up. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way is a fastball right there on the edge. First strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away. Slider misses. 1-1. Braves trail just 3-1. Murph 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a wild swing at a pitch well out of the zone. 1-2. For you NBA fans, Dallas is pounding Minnesota right now. They're up by 20 midway through the second. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Murphy. I mean, I'm telling you, he should be batting 9th at this point. I know all their analytic dorks will be sitting there trying to tell you that he should be hitting here and there versus this pitcher and that pitcher. He's coming in cold. It's really not fair to put him up that high. First pitch on the way to Duvall is a swing and a miss strike. Slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Floro. Down in the dirt, 1-1. Standing on deck is Kelnick. Then you've got Harris. So they may go to the pen and grab a left-hander. Been trying to peer over to see if they've got one working. Haven't seen image of it yet. The 1-1 inside does not go around. 2-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Atlanta Braves just trying to get a bloop and a blast to tie this thing. The 2-1 pitch, swing and chops it foul, evens up the count 2-2. Oakland A's come in for 3 over the weekend. The 2-2 to Duvall pops it up. That'll bend out of play. Thankfully, we'll live to tell that tale. It's 2-2. It should be tomorrow would be Ronaldo Lopez. Saturday would be Chris Sale, and Sunday would be Morton. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, and that ball is hammered right at third base. Hard hit ball, but an atom ball. 2 down. And as of right now, that's how they have it laid out. Raylo, Sale, and Morton. As far as who they'll be facing on Friday night, we will see JP Sears. And yet Martinez is going to go ahead and go grab the left-hander out of the bullpen. So we'll be back in a flash to finish that thought. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. JP Sears will go up against Raylo in Game 1 tomorrow night. Game 2, Chris Sale. That's a 4:10 first pitch on Saturday. He'll go head-to-head versus Brooks. The first pitch on the way to Jerry Kelenic is swatted into left field. Buckling and making the catch is Rosario. That was a tough catch, and he somehow made it. I think he might have lost it in the lights. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail 3-1. We head to inning number 8.
Dude, I'm so tired. I'd do anything to get 8 hours of sleep at night. Oh, just go to bed 8 hours before you have to wake up. Nah.
You praying? I'm asking the Lord to watch over my little girl.
While you're at it, ask him for a win. I got money on this.
You bet on a kid's baseball game?
I got 3-1 odds.
I actually was jogging off the field. I'm like, dang, boy, he looked mad. Boy, he finna give it to somebody. And then I'm like, oh, it's me.
Hey, bro, since the 1980s, the average rent price done went up damn near 4 times. And the cost of food done went up like 4 times. Yep, that too. And the cost of every object you could buy with money has also went up 4 times. Yeah, quadruple. That was the plan. What about the American dream? You don't think that's evil?
All right, I'd like to review the expense report from the sales trip. Could you please pull up the expense report? And I believe that Kate should be pulling up first, which is a perfect example of how your report should look. Staying within budget, that's great job. Brian, pull yours up next, please. All right, see, this is where everything goes awry because your budget was $60 a day and you just blew through that.
Okay, well, it's New York, so, you can't even get like a cup of coffee for $60.
Honestly, that doesn't give you liberty to spend $17,000 on one client.
Gotta spend money to make money.
You're expected to stay within the budget at least. You do not need to take the client to Sapphire Gentlemen's Club.
Honestly, for the last time, no one should be going to a strip club on a company card.
On opening day 1974, the Braves played the Reds.
3-1 fifth. There's a drive into left field. That ball is going, and out of here. Henry Aaron has just tied Babe Ruth in the all-time home run parade. The crowd is up.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Hit the out-of-town scoreboard one last time. Astros blanked the Mariners 4-0. Rays in extra innings toppled the Oakland A's 6-5. Hopefully that wore out Oakland's bullpen. Twins 7-6 over the Royals. That's a final. Brewers beat the Cubs 6-4. They're in the 8th inning, and the Tigers lead the Red Sox 4-0 after a 2-run home run by Riley Green. The Diamondbacks and Mets are tied at 2 in the 7th. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. First pitch on the way from the new pitcher. Jimmy Herget is high and out of the zone. Fastball, about pitch-out territory. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and fouls it out of play. 1-1. Washington 3, Atlanta 1. Top of the 8th inning. Fast-moving game, but would like to get a few more runs and walk this thing off. The 1-1 pitch. Up top for a strike, it's 1-2. Herget was added back to the team after A.J. Minter was sent to the 15-day IL today. The 1-2 from Jimmy. Swung on and swatted over to third. Riley's got it. 5-3 put out, 1 away. It was hit over more into the shortstop range, but the Braves were playing the left-hander to pull. So 1 down, and Jimmy H will go back to work. First pitch on the way is a slider just below the knees, 1-0. Jimmy, 30-year-old, 6'3", 170-pounder out of Tampa, Florida. Number 64 at the high Sox, kicks and fires right there at the knees for a strike. Good slider, 1-1. Played his college ball for the U.S. F. Bulls, South Florida. Drafted by the Reds in the 6th round in 2015. 175th overall. The 1-1. Down and inside. 2-1. On this date in 1913, the Boston Red Sox outfielder and future Hall of Famer Harry Hooper becomes the first major leaguer to start both doubleheaders with a home run. The 2-1 pitch misses inside, ball 3-1. The feat will not occur again until 80 years later in 1993 when Rickey Henderson does the same in a twin bill against the Cleveland Indians. The 3-1 pitch wins side, ball 4. He'll head on down to first, 1 on, 1 out. One more turn back time before we put it to bed. On this date in 1921, an impressive Memorial Day ceremony at the Polo Grounds. The Eddie Grant Memorial, erected in the memory of former Giants player killed in World War I. It's dedicated as the first pitch on the way to Vargas is right down the pipe for a strike. Fastball, it's 0-1. Under the watchful eye of baseball commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis, the 5-foot-high monument located at the base of the clubhouse wall in center field, 465 away from home plate, is unveiled. Is the 0-1 pitch. Swing, and that ball slapped over to first. Steps on the bag is Olsen. He'll flip it on down to Arcia. Arcia will tag the runner, and that'll end the inning. So essentially, 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. We need some runs, Braves country.
He said there wasn't a spark between us anymore. So I tasered him. I'll ask him again when he wakes up.
My mama always told me I could be whatever I wanted. So I became a problem.
I mean, honestly, who'd have thought they would have banned you from every escape room game in Tennessee just because you're too good at it? What? Don't put me in a room made of drywall and tell me I have to escape. I'm getting the fat of that 5 to Sparta kick all the way home. I ain't got time for no puzzles. What puzzles me is the admission fee I paid to get in here is not going to cover the amount of drywall I'm about to up. What the fiend you're calling me police to what? Bring me the key to the city for setting a high score? 30 seconds flat, I'm out that promise you.
And what do we say when somebody flirts with us? I like your eyeballs as well.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
On Monday night, April 8th, at home in Atlanta, Aaron faced Al Downing of the Los Angeles Dodgers. His mother and father were watching from the stand.
Henry Aaron in the 2nd inning walked and scored. He's sitting on 7-14. Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7-15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron. Monday night, April the 8th, 1974.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Harvey's going to be back in the fold one more time. Hunter Harvey, we've seen him a few times. Hopefully someone can get some hits off of him this time. Hunter Harvey comes in with a 2.22 ERA, the 6'3", 29-year-old out of North Carolina, drafted by the Orioles in 2013. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way to Harris is a 4-seam fastball. 98 right there on the inner cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a chopper back up the middle. Should be an easy play for Abrams. It is. 6-3 put out. Easy out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Harvey came in last night and on Monday night. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings in this series entering tonight and has yet to give up 1 run. He has given up 1 hit. Austin Riley comes to the plate. He takes the first pitch outside, called for a wide strike. Bad call by home plate umpire Quinn Walcott. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty. Sits and kicks. 96, 98 make it. Called for an outside strike again, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, and that ball's laced up towards center field. Making an easy catch is Young. 2 down. Hard enough to hit these major league hitters, but when home plate umpire Quinn Walcott is essentially giving that 17-inch width of the plate, he's turning it into about a 19-inch plate. It becomes almost damn near impossible. So 2 down. And that'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. First pitch on the way is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Braves 1, Nats 3, bottom 8. The pitch. Outside wide. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch from Harvey. Swing and a miss, 98 miles an hour. Blew it right by him off the edge, 2-1. Do have a quote on this date in 1935 as Babe Ruth plays his final major league game, grounding out in the first inning as a Boston Brave in the Baker Bowl. As the 2-1 calls that one pure. Outside wide, 3-1. Babe Ruth was quoted as saying at the end of the game, all ball players should quit when it starts to feel like as if you're running uphill towards first. That was on this date in 1935. And that's your turn back time. For this date in Major League Baseball, the 3-1 pitch swung on, swatted into the corner. That's going to bounce up and get over the wall, and it is a 2-out double for the Big Zoo. So Braves still alive here. And the Ice House will come to the plate representing the tying run. Good piece of hitting by Marcell. Man, he got over the top on that one and smoked it down the left field line. It had so much top spin on it, it carried over the fence in a hurry. His 11th double of the year, the first pitch on the way to Olsen is swung on. That ball is swatted down the right field line. Just foul. And I mean just foul. Ozuna's coming down to touch home plate just in case they decide to challenge it. Man, I don't see how that was foul. It landed in foul territory on the line, but it had bounced, I believe, over the first base bag. They're not going to challenge it, but it looked fair. The 0-1 pitch, swing and fouled back out of play. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-2. I'd like to see a look from right field, give you a better idea of whether or not that stuck in. The 0-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Olsen down on strikes after a very, very close call. What might have been an RBI double. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Are you smart? Yeah. Are you strong? Yeah. Are you brave? Yeah. Are you pretty? Yeah. Are you kind?
Not really.
Is there a reason why you're going through my phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who this little Miss Jumper Cables is. Wait, that's me. Why do you have me saved as that?
It's simple. You always start your
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
All right, time for bed. Why hasn't that person spoken to you in a while? Is it because they hate you? Maybe everybody's saying bad things about you, and maybe they're trying to cancel you for something you didn't say or do. And what if a nuclear bomb goes off and you don't have enough food or water or weapons? And do you have a contingency plan? And do you have enough money for anything you might need? And maybe
it had a terrible sag in popularity for a while. No one was particularly interested in it. But it is, I think, at the deepest part of the American psyche, and that's why it's always been, our great game. Pastime is a funny word for it. It's not a pastime. It has to do with the spirit of the people.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Who is this? Joe says, you know what's never happened? Braves being the Phillies in postseason play. I know something else that's never happened. The Phillies winning 2 championships in the same century. Can you believe they've been playing since 1883 and they have 2 titles? Only 8 pennants. First pitch on the way from Herget is Whale off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Braves have 16 world titles and 22 pennants. The 1-0, right there for the top of the zone for a strike. It's 1-1. We talked about this the other day, how Philly fans are delusional and believe that they are some kind of royalty in every sport that they play, and they're really bottom of the barrel. The 1-1 pitch, down below the knees, 1-2. It does, or 2-1. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a Flyer fan, whatever the hell their WNBA team is. I'm sure they think that thing's great too. So the 2-1 count. Jimmy lets her fly, swing, pops it up high down the third base line. Easy catch for Kelenic as he fades over. 1 away. One down. The right-hander will dig in against the number 9 hitter, Young. 91-mile-an-hour sinker off the edge, called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks in, fires, swing, and that ball sliced into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Duvall's on top of it quickly, but you got 1 on, 1 out, and the top of the order coming to the plate. Jimmy H has got 17 pitches. He'll face C.J. Abrams, who's over. Standing in with 3 strikeouts. The first pitch on the way. Swatted back, fouling out of play. It's 0-1. Abrams, I believe, is going to be a really good shortstop for these Nationals. Him and that Mackenzie Gore, they've been impressive. They're a good young team that's on the way up. Probably still 2 years away from really competing, but they've got a good young core. Thomas stands on deck. Abrams with 3 strikeouts tonight. Does have 9 home runs. The toss is over there to first and wide of the bag, and that's going to give, looks like the ball may have bounced into the dugout into the camera well and then in and out. Once it got out of play, it's going to send the runner down to second. So at least Jimmy can quit wandering down, throwing over there and looking over there. Runner on second, 1 out. The first pitch on the 0-1 is outside wide, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss up top. 1-1. C.J. Abrams digs in on a 1-2 count. Jimmy's 21st pitch of the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Did he get a piece of that? I think he did, so he's still alive, 1-2. His helmet came off, and he looks like... Oh, it popped his helmet off when the ball came up. I thought he'd hurt his side the way he was grabbing, kind of walking away, wincing, but I believe he's okay. They're checking on Abrams, but I believe he's okay. The ball hit the top of the bill of his batting helmet. For those of y'all listening on radio, it shot it off his head, so it's probably going to leave a mark, but I don't think it got him. Runners on second with 1 out. Abrams goes back into the box, a 1-2 count. Jimmy lets her fly. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky, into center field. Should be an easy play for Harris. It is. 2 away. Two down. Finnegan, the closer, is warming up in the pen for Washington. First pitch on the way to Thomas is inside. Curveball misses. It's 1-0. Detroit leads Boston 5-0. They're in the 9th. The 1-0. Herget steps off the bump to reset. So a 1-0 count. Was pretty funny yesterday. The Phillies and Giants, it was the 7-year anniversary of when Harper was back when he was with the Nationals, got hit by Strickland, the relief pitcher of the Giants, and he came out there and he got his ass kicked. That's another wait for it. Yesterday, he got hit again 7 years to the day, and he thought twice and didn't go. It wasn't the same pitcher, but I thought it was funny because I was like, well, he thought about that one this time. The 1-0 pitch, down and away, 2-0. Fool me once. Harper's like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't want to get my chain rattled again. Remember when Papelbon choked him out in the dugout for not running out of base? The 2-0. Kicks and fire. Swing. Pops it up. Back foul out of play. 2-1. I still have a Papelbon jersey just because of that. I was like, man, I'm Team Papelbon. Let's go. The 2-1 kicks and fires, swing, chops it over to third. Should be an easy play. It is 5-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves need 2 runs to tie this up and 3 to win. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
You call me crazy like I didn't warn you. Yeah. Did you think I was just joking? Did you think I was just playing around? No, honey. We're not well.
Yeah, well, I just want to let you know that I heard that you've been talking some smack, and I just want you to know that I've been taking Taekwondo lessons in the back of the Walmart Supercenter, so if you don't want to get hurt, then you better stop.
I have a joke for you.
Okay?
The government is excellent and uses your tax dollars efficiently.
What is wrong with you? Are you talking like today or like in general?
I had a little cry earlier, and I had a big cry last night.
Yeah.
But I'm not crying now.
You're not?
And I think for that,
Yeah.
I'm doing so well.
It is up. It is away.
The explosion of baseball salaries is the result of 2 things coming to baseball rather late, 2 very American things: freedom and prosperity. Freedom. Baseball players are virtually the last American worker group that got the right to negotiate with their employers for their salaries by breaking up the reserve clause and getting arbitration and free agency. Wealth. Baseball is enormously popular. 55, 56 million people pay to get into ballparks every year. Not one of them buys a ticket to see an owner. I believe in the labor theory of value. The players are the labor. They create the economic value. They ought to get the lion's share of the rewards.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Joey Gallo standing at first, getting infield tosses as Kyle Finnegan warms up on the mound. Finnegan with a 1.71 ERA, 21 strikeouts in 21 innings, 14 of 16 save opportunities. But all we need is a bloop and a blast. Washington Nationals will play the infield back and to the right, but the left-handed bat of Ozzie Albies. Ozzie Albies are seeing Murphy do up. First pitch on the way to Ozzie is a swing and a miss strike over the top of the splitter. It's 0-1. You wonder, if they get up there on the line, would they put Darnold in for Murphy? The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Because the Braves carry 3 catchers, one of them, Darnold, could be used as a pinch hitter at any moment. The 1-1 kicks and fires, swing and fouls it back 97 miles an hour. It's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Righty lefty. The pitch from Finnegan. Swing and fouls it away. 98 mile an hour on the outer cut. It's 1-2. The pitch from Finnegan, a 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Good take by Ozzie. Evens up the count 2-2. So you got a 2-2 count. Finnegan comes set. We come with the heat or the split. The 2-2 high and out of the zone. Ball 3-2. 98-mile-an-hour heater well above the zone. Over the helmet of Ozzie, over the plate. The payoff pitch from Finnegan on the way inside, almost gets him. Ball 4, and Ozzie Albies finds himself heading on down to first with one on, nobody out. Lando Arcia coming to the plate. Those last 2 fastballs were nowhere near the zone. Arcia steps in. Ozzie, big lead on off of first. First pitch on the way is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, nowhere near the zone, off the edge. It's 1-0. Last thing you want to do is get picked off over there, Ozzie. Your run essentially does not matter. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 97. Ozzie steals second, so we'll take it. At least it keeps you out of the double play. $97-mile-an-hour fastball. He chased it outside, but the 1-1 to Arcia in the dirt, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Standing on deck is Smurf. Duvall in the hole. Kelnick if it gets going. Kelnick could be where if they came in and brought in a left-hander, you could go to Darnode and then bring Martinez in for a defensive replacement if it went that far. The 2-1 to Orlando. Finnegan kicks and fires. Swing and chops that ball foul off his foot. Goes to the backstop. It's 2-2. Braves 1, Nats 3. Bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2. On the way swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Can of corn, fighting it. Coming in, calling off the second baseman is Thomas. He'll make the catch in shallow right field, one away. It's probably a good thing for him because Vargas, who was drifting back to make it, he was kind of stumbling back there. I was hoping that he might trip over his feet, but Thomas called him off. So, runner on second, 1 out. Sean Murphy comes to the plate. The other thing you could have is if Murphy gets on, you could pinch run Martinez or Short and then let Darnode or Trump catch if it goes that far. The first pitch on the way to Murphy is inside up for a strike. It's 0-1. Sean Murphy, 4 for 7 lifetime against Finnegan. That's hard to believe. The 0-1 pitch. Down below the knees. Did he go around? They're going to say he did. I don't think so. We'll have to see that on the side view, but taking a double look at, maybe. I guess maybe. So an 0-2 count. Murphy down to his last strike. Righty the pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped over to short. Abrams has it. Ozzie loses his helmet going back to second. The throw is to first. And it's a 6-3 put out, 2 away. So 2 down, and our last hope is Adam Duvall. Just got to keep the line going. Jared Kelnick stands on deck. Duvall stands in with the 198 average. Righty. The first pitch floats a splitter there at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Duvall's 3 for 7 against Finnegan. It's hard to believe we have these great numbers against this guy. He's pretty good. The 0-1 pitch. Down and away, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Finnegan comes set, the pitch. Down below the knees, 2-1. Man alive. In the NBA Western Conference Finals, Dallas is up by 31 starting the second half versus Minnesota in the elimination game. So a 2-1 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, splitter over the top. 2-2. So you got a Braves are down to their last strike, down to their last out. Runner on second. A 2-2 count. 2 outs. Trailing by 2. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 2-2. Finnegan comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase that one out of the zone, and that'll end the game. Washington comes in and takes 3 of 4 from Atlanta in Atlanta. And Ray Kerr coughed up the 3 runs. He'll take the loss. And though, don't like the idea of Ray Kerr pitching, but this offense has got to start producing. I mean, this is to the point of ridiculousness. You got this much talent on this team, and they once again go out there and give you a nothing burger. I mean, 1 run off of 5 hits. The Atlanta Braves are going to fall to 8 games over 500, which is still top slot in the National League for the wild card. But even with that being said, when you're talking about competing for the long haul, they've got to get the bats going. I don't know if they're all just pressing too much, but in this series, they scored in the 4 games. The Atlanta Braves against the Washington Nationals in Atlanta have scored 7 runs. 4 on Monday in an 8-4 loss. I'm sorry, 9 runs. 9 runs. 2 on Tuesday with the win. 2 last night and 1 tonight. Braves lose a tough one. We will see you tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll get better luck. We definitely should get better starting pitching. We got to get some runs, y'all. Have a great night.